Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I hope you're doing well. I hope your weekend is going well. Guys, I have a very interesting chart I want to share with you. It takes a look at the ROI, the return on investment, if you invested in specific cryptocurrencies starting last year of March, because remember, we had the huge correction due to the pandemic and so on and so forth. Well, the results are very interesting. Cardano and VeChain lead the pack. And I want to share the data around other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and so on and so forth. It's very interesting to have the perspective of what performed well and what didn't. And we're going to touch on that, as well as some big news around Dan Tapiero. He's making some big investments. He's a huge gold bug who got converted to Bitcoin and crypto. So I want to share the details there. And we also have a very interesting statement from Brian Quintez, who is a former CFTC official, or will be a former CFTC official by the end of this month. So we're going to break it all down. Before we do, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, this video is brought to you by OKCoin Crypto Exchange, where you can buy, sell, and trade your favorite cryptocurrencies, and you don't have to pay high fees. You pay low fees because OKCoin has very low fees. You can also stake your crypto such as Cardano, Tezos, and so forth, and keep 100% of the rewards, guys. You don't have to pay any fees. So once again, you can stake Cardano, whatever else you want here. Come check it out, link in the description. Also, be sure to sign up for my free weekly newsletter, link in the description as well. Now, I will be interviewing tomorrow Perianne Boring, who's the founder and president of the Chamber of Digital Commerce. We're going to talk about crypto regulations, what's happening in Washington, D.C. with the SEC, CFTC, and so on and so forth. So be sure you have the notification bell enabled. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. So guys, let's take a look at the market here. Not much happening. We've been seeing Bitcoin trying to hit 50,000. As I stated in the video a couple of days ago, I believe this Bitcoin will hit $50,000 again very soon. It could happen this week, and altcoins are, of course, doing really well. Cardano, of course, the leader in the pack amongst the top altcoins. I mean, it's at $2.57. Huge, major run up. I'm glad I have it in my portfolio. In fact, I wish I had bought more, but hindsight is 2020. But let's take a look at Bitcoin, because we know Bitcoin leads the market. We see on the weekly chart here some really solid green candles. It wouldn't surprise me if Bitcoin hit 52,000, and then we saw a dip, right? And then we build some higher, some higher lows or support levels so that we can keep moving up, because the market can move up in a straight line. Remember that, right? Market cycles need to play out both on the micro and the macro level. So this is what I'm looking at on the chart, how I think it may play out. It may play out differently because none of this is guaranteed, but looking at the historical patterns, I think this is how it can play out. And I do think Bitcoin is going to head to $100,000 plus. And here are some macro level charts, some econometrics, which show the potential for that $100,000. So Bitcoin Mayor multiple as of August 22nd, which is today, right now at when they publish this chart, $48,528. Mayor multiple is at 1.06. The Mayor multiple lower than 59% of the history of Bitcoin. This is a good day to stack sats. Check it out. So let me tell you what the Mayor multiple is. So the Mayor multiple is the ratio of the Bitcoin price to the 200-day moving average. It is a measure of deviation of the Bitcoin price to its long-term trend. A historically low value of the Mayor multiple indicates that Bitcoin is cheap relative to its long-term trend. This is a good day to buy. So these are the statistics that you have to be looking at, guys. I know sometimes it can be a little too technical, or maybe sometimes it may go over your head, but the more you digest it and read about it, the more you will understand. When I first got into the market, and if you tried to talk to me about this, I'd be like, what are you talking about, dude, right? But as I studied the charts, I took the time as an investor to understand what's happening in the market. I learned when to buy, when to sell, right? Obviously, you can summarize it very easily by saying buy the low, sell the high. but sometimes it's hard to know where we are in the cycle, and these macro level charts help us to get an indication of that. So like I said, I do think we have another leg up in this bull run. It's going to double, Bitcoin's going to double peak like it did in 2013. Here, Econometrics, they shared another chart here showing the historical growth as well as our current growth based on the halvings, the halving cycles of Bitcoin, and saying 467 days after the third halving, Bitcoin at $48,437. Sure, the Bitcoin market is already pretty big, but a good amount of upside potential remains, in my humble opinion. Bitcoin is still an asymmetric bet. So playing out like it has historically, the halving cycles cut the supply, then you have a supply shock, a supply and economic scenario playing out. And we're seeing, once again, less supply and record-breaking demand from institutional investors. They're buying up. The on-chain analytics and statistics show whales have been accumulating, and I've been accumulating as well. I'm not a whale, but I'm accumulating in the dips where I can. And look, I've said it before, there will be a blow off top to this market. We're nowhere near it, but there will be probably later this year, maybe into early 2022. And then there will come a bear market. So make no mistake about it, guys, but very bullish outlook. Brian Quintez, who's a CFTC commissioner, I'm actually trying to schedule an interview with him. I'm in contact with him, and that'll probably come maybe end of August or early September. He's on his way out from the CFTC, but check this out. I like what he tweeted here. For what it's worth, I think crypto and DeFi are less like the Wild West and more like a completely new frontier. And the imagery he shared on the left-hand side is a cowboy in the Wild West black and white photo. And on the right, signifying crypto and DeFi, he has Matthew McConaughey's character in Interstellar when they went on, I think it was Man's Planet, Dr. Man's Planet or something. Anyway, I like the analogy, and I think he's on the mark here. Guys, this is the new emerging technology, disruptive technology. It's here to stay. We're seeing adoption, and the adoption curve is still playing out, guys. There's still ways to go. Everybody on this planet, for the most part, will be connected to crypto and blockchain, because you may say, well, what about those countries where it's very poor? But yeah, but a lot of them have cell phones, right? Now, you may say, hey, the tribes that live in the Amazon or certain parts of in certain countries in Africa and whatever, or Australia, they don't have cell phones. Well, sure, but it's like 0.00 something of the population of the world. Guys, sometimes I may not do a great job of articulating how great and massive this asset class is going to be, but it's something unlike we've ever seen before. When you look at the entire world, for the most part, it's going to be on the internet, and this is going to connect people. And you got Elon putting satellites in space. You see all these things converging together, right? And it's going to lead to what I think is the greatest asset class ever: crypto, digital assets, digital currencies like CBDCs, stable coins, tokenization, NFTs, tokenized assets, tokenized real estate. All of these things will fall under the umbrella of the crypto market. So very bullish in my opinion. And like I said, I'm trying to get an interview with him. Okay, here's what I've been talking about. And shout out to Benjamin Cohen. I was watching this guy since he had 15,000 subscribers. Now he has like 500,000. He does straight up great technical analysis, and without the hype, without the BS. So here's what he tweeted. ADA is still leading the pack. Speaking of Cardano. Now let's go into this chart here, guys. Very interesting data. So what's leading the ROI as far as gains from March 13th of last year to present day? Cardano is leading. Here you see the blue. ADA is leading in gains. Right behind it is VeChain, which that's bullish. I hold a good amount of VeChain. You guys know I'm bullish on it. I interviewed the CEO, Sunny Liu. I'm also trying to get an interview with Charles Hodgkinson of Cardano. I'm in contact with his people. So if you're holding Cardano and VeChain, Congrats, right? Now, the one thing that I wish I was still holding more of, or I had more of, was Cardano. I should have bought more. But like I said at the beginning of the video, hindsight is 2020. But this is awesome. Now, does this mean it will continue at this trend that this will be the highest return on investment as we head towards the peak of the bull run? No, right? Things could drastically change. Now, some coins do tend to follow each other. And, like I've been saying, I hold Bitcoin, but I do believe all coins can have a greater returns on investment than Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin as a hedge. I have XRP, VeChain, Cardano, Stellar, Lumen, some Litecoin from back in the day, and Chainlink. Guys, so what is the third best performing here? Ethereum. Interesting. I have some ETH. I'm staking some ETH for, under ETH2. And I'm looking for a $10,000 Ethereum price. I think it's easy to get there, and it could go higher, right? As far as fourth here, let's see in the red, Chainlink. I'm not going to go on a rant about how I swung trade Chainlink last year, but many of you know the story. I think Link has a lot of potential. I've been buying it in the dips because I think it can go to $100 plus, and I'm going to be cashing out some nice profits there. But your top four, guys: Cardano, VeChain, Ethereum, and Link, all of which I have in my portfolio. Wish, of course, I had more Cardano, like I said. Now, what is the price point that potentially Cardano could get at the peak of the bull run? Well, it's currently at $2.60. $10 could be very easy, and it could go beyond that, right? But we'll have to see. It could be in the range of $8 to $10. Okay, what is my price prediction for VeChain? Because I'm looking for $1 VeChain, guys. And I'm going to be taking profits there for sure. I think VeChain could hit $1. And look, maybe between 90 cents to $1, maybe above. It all depends on the trajectory of Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin can blow past $100,000, the altcoins will see a greater swing up as well. We've seen this historically, right? Bitcoin moves, then you have alt season. So that's why we need Bitcoin to do well, guys. People still don't understand the mathematics, the trends, the psychology around this. And it's not about emotions. It's just like, this is what has played out historically. Do I want it to be that way? No, I would rather altcoins be free and move on their own, but the market moves with Bitcoin. So I think we could see it between an $8 to $10 Cardano, maybe $1 VeChain. As far as Ethereum, like I said, 10K plus. Link, I'm looking for $100 plus, and I think those can do well. Now, the chart gets a little crowded here with the data. It's hard to, see what's performing, amongst each other. But essentially, let's see here. It looks like Stellar, Lumens, Bitcoin, and Atom are kind of mushed together there on the chart. XRP was performing a bit well earlier this year, but it kind of dropped off along with Litecoin. You can see here the blue, which is XRP. They were the solid green, which is Litecoin, and XMR, which is Monero, not performing that great, which is expected because of it. It's privacy. It's a privacy coin, so not too much investment activity due to the government regulations. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong to hold a Monero, but you got to be careful because I'm sure the governments are going to try to track that as much as possible. So guys, interesting data here. And once again, shout out to Benjamin Cohen on this. I think this is very insightful and helpful information. And I'm glad I have a lot of these coins in my portfolio that is making me money. Look, going back to last year, even if you're holding just one of these, you're still up, right? Or you're holding maybe just 5 of them, you're still up. So everything is up for the most part because we're in a bull market and we continue to go up. And I think, like I said, there's another bull run leg and we'll see higher gains for these coins. Which one end out being the best performance, we'll see at that point. But right now, as of right now, Cardano and VeChain are solid holds. And I'm bullish on both. And I'm hoping to get that interview with Charles Hoskinson very soon. We're going to talk about smart contracts and all the great stuff. So make sure you got your your notification bell enabled. Finally, guys, Dan Tapiero, many of you may know of him. He's a huge gold bug, big time investor. He's along the lines of the likes of Raoul Pal. You know, these guys, they move in the same circles. Tapiero's 10T Holdings Akuna Capital buy $100 million stake in Bitcoin options exchange Deribit. The transaction occurred on the secondary market. Deribit declined to state its current valuation. So you may say, so what, Tony? Who cares what Dan Tapiero did? Well, put your business thinking cap on here. They are putting money into companies that are servicing the crypto market, exchanges, custodians, whatever else, on and out, on ramps, analytics, data tracking, all of that stuff. Well, those companies are only going to make money if this crypto market continues to grow and there's higher price action where more people are adopting crypto and using it, right? So they are bullish on the outlook of the market, that they're not only buying the assets, they're investing in the companies as well. Not too many people understand this, right? They see these headlines, oh, this investment happened. Okay, but why did this investment happen? These people are looking for a return on their investment, just like you're looking for a return on investment on your crypto holdings, right? So they're able to double dip. And I've said it many times, I wish I was an accredited investor that I can do that too. But hopefully, as I get some gains out of the next, or the peak of this bull run, I could potentially be an accredited investor. So very bullish in my opinion. When I see these mergers, these acquisitions, these investments, this is awesome. So the purchase represents a sizable play by Tapiero's crypto equity fund, which launched in February with $200 million to bet on late-stage companies in the industry. Akuna is also an investor in crypto startups, having participated in multiple funding rounds for crypto lender BlockFi. Here's what Tapiero had to say. We are thrilled to make a significant investment in Deribit, as no business in the digital asset ecosystem is as dominant in its sphere as Deribit is in theirs, Tapiero, a noted macro investor, said in a press statement. Bullish news, guys. The investments, the money's coming in, and this is what you want to see as a crypto investor, right? If you're looking at this from a macro level, if you're looking at it from a couple months, good luck. You're gonna be disappointed, but you got to zoom out. So, guys, what do you think about this news? What do you think about my price predictions? Cardano going to maybe between $8 to $10. VeChain to $1, Chainlink to $100 plus, Ethereum 10K plus, Bitcoin $100,000 plus. Look, XRP I think could go to maybe 10 to 15. We'll see, especially with this lawsuit situation. It could be the biggest gainer at the end of this bull run because of the bottled up pressure from this lawsuit. And people are like, I don't want to touch it. But then all of a sudden, settlement, and then the floodgates open. Then the banks in the United States can use XRP and so on and so forth. So potentially it could be the biggest gainer. But I'm happy overall. If you're making money and you're up, congratulations. Be patient and let's make sure we keep looking at the charts and the facts, not our emotions, because your emotions will get you in trouble. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.